Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be looking at a brand new article where Ncuti Gatwa talks about the future of Doctor Who, and more specifically he talks about the fact that he doesn't know who the next Doctor is, which is really interesting because obviously Ncuti is the most recent Doctor. He left the show this year in a surprise regeneration scene which completely caught us all off guard. I mean, for those that were keeping up with the leaks, we kind of knew it was coming, but it was like, oh, is it actually going to happen? Or is it just going to be just a random Reddit fiction sort of thing where it's not an actual leak? Well, I mean, we've got a fair few of those during the Jodie Whittaker era. But, yeah, it actually happened. And we're now in this really uncertain period when it comes to Doctor Who. So, with all that being said, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about what this could potentially mean for the future of Doctor Who. And yeah, just the usual sort of Nerd Den setup. So, with all that being said, let's get into the video and talk about this little bit of Doctor Who news. So let's get into the video. Right, so Doctor Who's Ncuti Gatwa reveals he doesn't know who the next Doctor will be. I just don't know who the next Doctor is, but it's certainly not me. So obviously, yeah, that's the promo image from the reality war where the Doctor breaks reality to save Poppy, which is a really interesting little twist. So, the most recent Doctor Who episode, at the end, the reality war, we saw a surprise regeneration, as I mentioned earlier, where Ncuti's Doctor gave his life to save Poppy, who was his and Belinda's daughter from an alternate reality. But at the end of the regeneration came Billie Piper, who was she originally played Rose, who was the companion of the 9th and 10th Doctors, and there's been some theories that suggest that Billie won't actually be playing the next Doctor, but there's some clues that there would also be that she could be playing the Doctor. So yeah, it's all really interesting. It's all down to the credits, so no one knows what's going on with the show right now. So let's have a look. BBC Radio 4 today, and there's this snippet here. I already have watched the clip, so he's pressed on whether he has finished playing the Doctor, and he told Nick Robinson on the Today programme, "I just finished playing Doctor Who. We all saw the gold sparkle, or did we? I don't know. I just don't know who the next Doctor Who is, but it's certainly not me." So that's the definitive end. That is the definitive end of his character of the Doctor. I mean, I thought he was done anyway, but there was some fans holding hope that there was going to be a twist, that he's going to come back. But no, Ncuti is done. He's done with the role. He's moving on. There you go. So we will have a new Doctor eventually. But is it going to be Billie Piper? Or is Billie just going to be a stopgap Doctor? Or is there something else going on? Who actually knows at this point? So yeah, there we go. That is our little bit of news when it comes to the future of Doctor Who. Obviously, Ncuti's spoken about the next Doctor Who. It's very interesting that he doesn't actually mention Billie Piper there, but then again, you know, I don't think there's any deeper planning when it comes to Billie as the Doctor right now. I think there's just a few little notes probably in Russell's office at Bad Wolf Studios where he's like, oh, this could happen. But no, I generally think that Doctor Who's kind of at crossroads right now of where it wants to go, and it could potentially end up being something in the future where we could see Billie as a Doctor, Billie as a Bad Wolf, but in terms of the next Doctor, we actually don't have a definitive next Doctor, which is really interesting because even when Classic Who ended, Sylvester McCoy was still the Doctor, and in the time between the TV movie and the revival in 2005, Paul McGann was the Doctor. We saw Ncuti regenerate into Billie Piper, not confirmed to be the Doctor. It is really confusing when we think about it, the way that the show is currently right now. It's actually kind of heartbreaking and a bit sad. But anyway, with all that being said, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. If you are new around here, please click that like button and subscribe for more nerdy content. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.